Hello, good day. In today's video, we will look at the sewing process of the dress we cut in our previous video. First, we will cut out the front part to fit our measurements. For myself, I am making the depth 15 to 16 cm and the width 6 to 7 cm. If you prefer a lower neckline, you can add another 2 cm. Then, we will measure 1 to 2 cm down from the shoulder, mark it, shape the shoulder, and cut it out. First, we will attach the back piece of our traditional Uzbek dress. Now, let's join the front and back pieces together. First, we'll sew the shoulders, and then we'll sew the 2 side seams. This fabric is quite slippery. If you don't hold it evenly while sewing, the quality will ruin, and it will become unusable. Let's trim off the excess fabric from the shoulders. Since I am a beginner tailor, I still make some mistakes, so I'm fixing them as I go. Next, we will fold and sew the edge of our sleeve. Although it's not shown in the video, I always overlock the edges first. When I tried to sew it, the material stretched out, so I secured it by folding it with fabric glue. Now, let's sew the decorative elements. Our national heritage is truly so beautiful. Next, we will sew the 2 sides to finish the sleeve. Finally, we will attach the sleeve to our dress. Since this fabric is extremely smooth, I struggled a little bit, but alhamdulillah, I managed to finish sewing it. Now, we will cut a fabric strip for the front part. It should be cut to 3 cm or 3.5 cm. I cut mine to 3.5 cm. Since I didn't have a longer piece of fabric left, there will be a seam right in the middle. Next, we will carefully attach this cut strip to the front bodice. If we aren't careful, the strip might end up crooked. Honestly, I still made it a bit crooked because I'm feeling a little nervous inside. Since this fabric is smooth and doesn't stretch, it was harder to attach, and it turned out a bit stiff. I filmed this part from a close-up angle so it would be as easy as possible for you to understand in the video. For me, attaching the strip to the front part is the hardest job, so I included more footage of this step to make it easier to understand how it's sewn. After finishing sewing it onto the inside, we will now fold it over to the front and apply a top stitch. For me, attaching the strip to the front part is the hardest job, so I included more footage of this step to make it easier to understand how it's sewn. After finishing sewing it onto the inside, we will now fold it over to the front and apply a top stitch. We first secured the sleeve cuffs and the hem of the dress using double-sided fabric fuse tape. This made sewing so much easier. I used the adhesive tape to prevent the fabric from stretching out, and I pressed it in place using an iron. We have finished making our dress, and now we will start sewing the pants. Every tailor sews pants differently. First, I sewed the 2 sides together. After that, I didn't include the overlocking parts in the video to keep it from getting too long. Next, we will join the pant pieces together and sew the crotch seam. Finally, we will attach an elastic band that fits our waist measurements. And our traditional Uzbek dress is finally ready. Do you like how it turned out? I am looking forward to reading your thoughts in the comments. May Allah make it beneficial for you, and thank you so much for your time. In my upcoming videos, I will keep sharing the cutting and sewing processes for different styles and designs. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel, as I will continue uploading very useful and necessary content.